Welcome to the Rusted Garden. This is my new greenhouse that I set up for the spring. I set it up about a week ago. I'm going to come back and talk about the benefits of this. I really like this design, but let me show you the one that I had previous to this. It was a village green and it was square. And I don't remember if it was 10 feet by 12 feet, but it was a little bit bigger. But it had a lot of flaws. This is the greenhouse now. The wind actually came by in January, lifted it up and collapsed the internal frame, and everything just kind of fell apart. The plastic was thin, the seams were weak, the zipper broke, so I had a lot of tears in the plastic, tears along the seams. The zipper wasn't really effective. That's the shelving unit. That was pretty good. The frame was built by using this tubing. This built the shelving unit and it also built the frame, and you'd basically have to insert pipe A into one of the joints over there, joint B, and insert pipe C. And yeah, it worked, but it was time consuming. You also have to take it apart and then put it back together year after year. One of the big problems was, you can see the wood, is that the plastic shell, actually when I would pull it down along these posts to my deck, whenever it got windy, the plastic shell would just slide up and leave like a 1-foot gap. So I used this wood to try and weight down the plastic, and that really wasn't effective. And you know, what good is a greenhouse that has the bottom, when you have the bottom slide up about a foot and cold air just blows in? So I went out and bought this, and what I like about this is, one is the design. It's a stop sign design, so the wind actually deflects off of it and it holds the wind better. And you can see a little bit in that picture how the frame is going up. The frame is a single piece. You just take it out of this bag and set it up, and then you raise it by just lifting it up. Once you get about halfway, you throw the plastic over it, just like that picture there, and then you just pop it open. It's very, very simple. A couple of things to start is the outer shell. This is more like a tent material. It's nice and strong. The seams are better stitched. The zippers are better. They open up much more easily than the previous model. I really, really like this. Now last night it got down to 10 degrees, and you can see how easy the zipper opens. Last night it got down to 10 degrees. Then the previous 3 nights it was in the 20s, so it got really cold. What I have in here now are my cold weather vegetables, so they can handle the cold weather in there. And I have a 1200 watt heater. I'm going to do another video on how to use a heater in this space. But what was great about this greenhouse is that even with 10-degree temperatures, this little 1200 watt heater kept this space right in here warm enough that nothing froze. It has a vent over here, a window vent that unzips from the outside, which the other model didn't have. But take a look at the frame. The frame is all one solid piece, and I'm going to go right up to the top there. And you just raise it by really grabbing that point down at the bottom, and you just lift it and the whole frame will come up. You put the plastic over it just before it gets big enough that you couldn't reach up to the top by yourself. So the frame will collapse. So when I go to take this down, I'm just going to undo the Velcro and collapse this down and put it into that bag. Here are some of the benefits. In the plastic shell, there's a piece of Velcro. It Velcros right to the post there. This is one piece that slides up just like an umbrella. So it slides up from down here and you just pop it, and this peg comes out and this holds your frame together. There's another Velcro. So every post has some Velcro, and let's see if I can find a good example. I got a lot going on in here. So down here, let's go right into here. So down here, one of the problems that was in the other greenhouse that I said is this plastic right here would always slide up, and that would make a gap of like a foot or so, and that was a problem because the cold air would pull in. Well, attached to the post right here is a strap. Attached to the plastic in a nicely stitched seam is a strap with a metal triangle and a tip, and you just pull that down and it clips into a hole here. So this design, and you can see the ice, it got really cold, but this design keeps this plastic tight against here, so a lot less wind comes through here, and that's one reason why I really like the design. So far, this greenhouse has been doing really, really well. It has greatly improved seams. The material in here is nicer. It's stitched better, as I said. The zippers work. The design is nicer. It deflects the wind. The setup is much easier. So I highly recommend this greenhouse. Hopefully it holds up to the test of time with the sun coming down on the plastic, but I mean, I think that's just part of the game. The UV rays can mess up this plastic. And you can see how the water condenses. I can feel some of this is frozen, but it really does hold the heat. It's 22 degrees outside right now, and it's doing pretty good. I don't have the heater on. But I do recommend this greenhouse, and I just wanted to show you a little bit how the design was different. And it also did come with this shelving unit too. So everything that's in here was part of the kit. The kit would have cost $169. It was a little more expensive. I did get 20% off, so probably about $130 I spent, but it's really, really worth the money. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you're thinking about a greenhouse, I do recommend the Stafford model. It's a collapsible greenhouse, and I think you'll really, really enjoy it. Please check out my blog at www.therusticgarden.blogspot.com and also check out my YouTube videos. Thanks.